Greetings, everybody. This is Thunder in the spirit of Crazy Horse and Geronimo. My patron saint is right above my head, and this is a new setting for me. I'm in my trailer on Sundowner Ranch in Sandy Valley, and just getting the trailer finished up here, refurbished, and it's pretty much done. Got a few loose ends to tie up here, but feeling real good here. I can look off to my right here and look out a window and see mountains, and I can look forward out that window and see mountains, and no city and no freeway, and boy, do I feel good. Been out here for about 2 months now, and this is where I'm going to be. Just have to tie up loose ends in the city, get my stuff shipped out here. Not that much stuff. And get off the grid. And that's basically what I'm doing here, is getting off the grid. And my sister and I have decided to go with some wind machines. We got a backup generator here. There's a fence around the property, armed to the teeth. Food stocked up for a long time. Got our own well here. And that's what I recommend to everybody that can do it. Get to somewhere where you're going to be a little bit more secure when the shit hits the fan. And as I look at things, I'm seeing that the shit could hit the fan real soon here. A lot of dicey stuff going on. The financial thing is definitely getting to critical mass. There's signs, people, and the signs are ever increasing and getting ever more evident that the government, in its tampering and tinkering around with the financial affairs and world affairs, is, well, let's put it this way, people should be getting real pissed off at the situation in the world and with this government in the United States. They should be getting real pissed off because they're putting you in harm's way. They're putting you in harm's way, and the shit that's happening right now with the situation in Syria, okay, that they just can't let go of. They're just like a mad pit bull dog with their teeth sunk into this idea that they have to replace a sovereign leader. And you know, when Russia first invaded, or when Russia first took on the task of taking out ISIS and eliminating them, and ISIS, as we know, is the proxy army of the U.S., there wasn't much they could do about it at first, but now they're starting to trump up peace talks and trying to make Russia look even worse, and that Russia is not going along with the peace talks and not going along because they're wanting a ceasefire and all this. Hello? It took them a while, but they're getting right back into the same old groove of demanding that it be their way. And by there, I mean the U.S. and NATO and the West. And you can see all kinds of tinkering and machinations, and they just keep on and on and on. And one of their goals is to try to stop Russia from taking out ISIS and bombing and being the actually the savior of this whole region in Syria and in the Middle East. And this has been going on for a long time, and you got the thing in Ukraine going on, but it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse, and it's just manipulation after manipulation and propaganda after propaganda. I keep up on all the latest gossip and rumors from different media sources, and practically every media source says Russia is doing this, and Russia is bombing innocent civilians, and Russia is making the ISIS situation worse. Hello? So nothing's changed, and the financial situation is definitely getting worse. You got the Fed talking about doing negative interest rates, and you got, right after they raised interest rates a quarter of a basis point or whatever, they're talking about going negative now. You know, it's really evident that the system is collapsing. It's very evident. I'm glad I'm out here on the ranch right now. Great Spirit is watching over me, and I wish all the members of the Campfire Council could be here with me, and maybe you will be if I have my way. We'll see what happens. But I am thankful that I am able to broadcast or do a video from here, as opposed to in the city. And I'm just thankful that I'm sitting right here all cozy out here in the desert. The wind's blowing. It's a little chilly outside. But I can get up in the morning and open my door and see critters, jackrabbits and hawks and crows and all kinds of things, living things out here in the desert. And I can look up at the moon and the stars, the billions of stars in the sky, which you can't see in the city, and feel the oneness of being in tune with the Spirit that moves in all things in the desert. And I think everybody should strive to get out and off the grid and out into a place like this. This has always been my dream, and I'm going to keep pushing for that dream for others, not just myself. Excuse me. And when you're out here, when you're out in the desert, you get acclimated to that vibe that Geronimo and the Apache people had. What a wonderful group of people. What an awesome group of people. What an awesome group of guerrilla fighters. And they were done dirty by the bluecoats and the government. And they learned how to survive, and they learned how to live in the harshest of conditions. And so you have to take on that aura of being like Geronimo and Crazy Horse, who incidentally I'll have another picture up here in short order, as soon as I can find a decent one that might represent what he looked like, because he never had a picture taken of him. But you have to live in the spirit of Geronimo. You have to be a warrior. You have to be on a spiritual warriorship and a physical warriorship at all times now. And you have to return to traditional roots in order to survive the coming Holocaust that for sure is coming. I think that everybody should be thinking about these kind of things right now and making some kind of supplication to the spirit that moves in all things in the higher power, whatever God or representation of that you believe in. Returning to sacred ways, returning to sacred tradition, being in tune with nature. And if you can't get to a place like I'm at right now, well, then you got to try to make the best of it, just like I was in the city. I can't even imagine that place now, having been here 2 months. It's just such a different feeling to be away from the grid, away from the city, away and outside of it all. And try to be as prepared as possible. But if even if you're prepared, there's no guarantees, and there's no guarantees about anything. Especially when you got maniacs with the government trying to push a third world war, a nuclear holocaust. They don't care about the planet. They don't care about mankind. And mankind should take note of that and be severely pissed off at these jerks. But what's new? It's been this way since day one in the genocide of the 300 million Native Americans. So they're trying to do it again, only this time it'll be everybody. Because they're crazy. I just thought I'd make this video to inform everybody about, what was happening with me, and just touch on a few things, and send my deepest reverence and love to everybody in the council, because those are the people that are closest to my heart right now, and you know who you are. And anybody that wants to join the Campfire Council, which believes in the kind of things I'm talking about, and believes in sacred tradition, Native American ways, freedom, being a free spirit, being a warrior like Geronimo, and having the warrior mentality, okay, the spiritual and physical, both, not just, they go hand in hand. Anybody that believes in that concept, anybody that believes that your rights have been taken away and that there is no more freedom in this country, and that it is basically under a type of fascism, a strong fascism, and a movement towards enslaving people even more and controlling people even more. These are critical times. These are critical times, and there's no getting around it, and so you have to cover your ass as best as you can. You have to have that same outlook that Geronimo and Lozen and Victorio and all the great warriors in the Apache Nation had. You have to have that same survival and strong, tough desert attitude, or you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. And you have to have that strong attitude that Crazy Horse had when he said, "Hoka hey, it is a good day to die." It is a good day to have courage. And it is a good day to distance yourself from any kind of negativity. Get out of your mental ruts that you're in, and your mental tape loops that are running over and over and over again in your everyday humdrum existence. Step outside of that. Take a trip. Take a mental trip. Do whatever you have to do to stretch your mind. And think beyond routine, everyday routine, and what you can get locked into. That deep rut that you can get locked into if you're not aware of it. It's death. Rut is death. Being in a rut is death. You're no longer existing in a fashion of having a lucid, rational, thinking outside the box mentality. You're locked in. Now, even though I realize all this stuff I'm saying, when I was in the city, even I realized it, but I was really locked in. But when you step out here and when you get outside, and I've been like working outside for 2 months now, and working on refurbishing this trailer and being out in, yes, a very, very harsh, severely harsh sometimes weather in the desert, because it'll go from wind blowing 45 knots with a wind chill factor, of unbelievable proportions, and it already being cold, and there being snow on the mountains, and you can't even walk outside for 15 minutes without freezing your ass off, to going to balmy days or sunny days, and it's going to even get downright hot. It's an extreme climate, but it's nature, people, and that's the way I was raised as a boy in Arizona. So thunder knows what the desert's like, and it's full of all kinds of creatures, and some are not too friendly. Pretty soon the snakes are going to be coming out here. I used to hunt snakes as a kid. The snakes are going to be coming out, the green Mojave, and you don't want to get bit by one of them, or you're very possibly history. You got the lizards, and you got the road runners out here, and you got the coyotes howling at night, yipping at the moon, and man, what a difference from being in a city and hearing the constant drone of the freeway 11 stories below with motorcycles and trucks and cars, and oh my God. So I'm just happy to be in a situation right now that seems to be developing into, I am in my own space here on the ranch now, and I have my own trailer. It's a 60 foot trailer, 12 wide. It was in really, really bad shape, but I spent the last month and a half having people come in, lay carpets, new linoleum, getting some furniture in here, sitting on a nice little antique love seat here now. And I want to really thank my sister for her help that she's given me. But I've given her help too, so it works both ways. I helped her with her court cases and probate and vulture type people flying around. Only Thunder could do that. She couldn't do it. She was just hamstrung by emotional situations that were hitting her, and so I came to help, and then she reached out a hand to me and let me do this with this trailer here, and so I'm eternally grateful to my sister. I've named her Crow Eagle Woman. That's her name. So anyway, I don't want to get too long in this video. I'm just kind of rambling on here about different things, but as time progresses here and I even get more relaxed and more into the swing of being off the grid, then we can talk more about maybe some future things that are coming up for the Campfire Council. And again, if you want to join the Campfire Council, You can go to the links down there. They're in the show notes. I always put them in there, Campfire Council. And we're on Google. It's a Google community. And I'm organizing out here in the valley and trying to get some people involved on a local level. And there are people out here that are definitely free spirits and definitely good people. And you get to know the people out in a little valley like this. You get to know everybody by their first name. Okay? Because there's Roy, the guy that lives next door, and then there's Bob, the handyman that's been helping me out here, and then there's Fred, another handyman, and then there's the people down at the store, and there's only one store here. It's like a general store. One store and one cafe, and a little post office, and a bar. It's got to be a bar, of course, and it's called the Idle Spur. And there's no rules and regulations with this bar. You can go in there and do anything you want. Smoke, drink, gossip. And these people are all ranchers and landowners and just kindred people out here. And a few salty people too. And there's just all kinds. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there today. But it'll be an honor to broadcast or to make videos from here as long as I can. As long as I'm walking the planet here in my moccasins. Just got a pair of nice Navajo moccasins too, handmade, perfect for out here. A lot of sand out here, dust storms like you wouldn't believe, but it's great. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there today, and just want to send all my love to all the people in the council and the reverence, and I know you all have been sending me good vibes for a very long time and donating, and I always appreciate that. And I look forward to working together with you all in the future in the spirit of Crazy Horse and in the spirit of Geronimo. I'll say adios.